Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. My name is Mel Rose, and I'm here to share your daily aspects. Today, when I was looking at the chart, I was struck by the number of trines, how many pretty green lines there were on the chart. And so I kind of fell down a trine rabbit hole. I hope you enjoy all the blessings on the page today. Let's get into these aspects. Today is Wednesday, September 14, 2022. The sun is in Virgo and the waning gibbous moon is in Taurus. Though this is a time for reflection and planning, it is likely we have already begun the active process of eliminating from our home environments the things that appear to get in the way of our progress. Virgo makes the list and checks the boxes, while Taurus does the labor at a speed suitable to getting all the details right. Venus is also in Virgo, so when we invest our time, our heart, our money in something, we expect to see a return that represents security for us. Mutable Earth and fixed Earth, friends, we are down to business. Don't hesitate to take a break for basic self-care like eating, drinking water, etc. First, let's take a look at the moon and what it's doing today. This has to do with our personal lives, how it feels to be us, and who we are at home. So here's the moon right on the wheel. And at 3:41 this morning, Central Standard Time, friends, moon goes trine to Venus. Taurus, Cancer, and Libra, the first of 8 trines on the page today. I went ahead and numbered them for you. So this is the first of 8 trines on the page, and a blessing is offered here in terms of our ability to connect with our loved ones and share in a way that brings about positive outcomes. Then this evening at 5:34 p.m., moon goes conjunct to Uranus. Cancer and Aquarius, these are your vibes. Our behavior can become erratic or eccentric at this time as we respond to an inner impulsiveness. Always communicate about the changes you're making at home. This is a time to ask questions and make sure before we act. And then at 7:29 tonight, moon goes square to Saturn. Cancer, Capricorn, and Aquarius. At this hour, we may be feeling the weight of our home side commitments. Do only what you can manage and be honest about your personal limitations. On the sun side, after midnight at 12:31 tomorrow morning, sun goes trine to moon, Leo and Cancer. The second of 8 trines on the page, a blessing is offered here in terms of our ability to marry what is happening in our outer lives to what's happening in our inner lives, giving us ideal personal functioning for whatever goals we have set before us today. And in terms of the ongoing astrology, is looking at the drawing for today and the wheel for today, the chart as it stands for this morning at 6 a.m. And I was just overwhelmed by all the trines on the page. So I went ahead and counted them out. So the third of 8 trines on the page is here. Mercury's trine to Mars. And this is coupled with Mercury's opposition to Jupiter. We've had a little struggle or conflict about the need for some habitual ways of thinking and being to change so that we can more readily approach the further education we seek or the broader experience in general that we'd love to be having. But in this trine with Mars, a blessing is offered in terms of it being easier to take action on those changes we need to make so that our mental habits can be aligned with the bigger, better life we imagine for ourselves. And then the fourth of 8 trines on the page is the sun's trine to Pluto, which is accompanied by the sun's trine to Uranus and Uranus's trine to Pluto. So that's 3 of them, actually. This is the grand trine we've been looking at for several days now, putting our conscious, outward-facing lives in a good position to illuminate and then eliminate things in our lives that weigh us down, and to be independent and innovative as we walk confidently in the direction of the positive transformations on offer to us. This triple blessed grand trine takes flight when we add the kite element. Sun opposes Neptune here, while Uranus and Pluto make sextiles to Neptune. So with just a little bit of letting go, with a willingness to allow these transformations to come down with as little resistance as possible, we can add lift to the blessings that are on offer in terms of endings and beginnings that go well for us and amount to very positive experiences. Then the 6th of 8 trines on the page today is Venus's trine to Uranus here, promising us blessed outcomes when we accept refreshing changes to the routine in terms of our romantic and financial lives. And then the 7th of the 8 trines on the page is Mars's trine to Saturn right there, putting us in a very positive frame of mind for the work that we have to do, mainly work of release at this time. We're focused and dedicated and once again blessed in letting go. So that's a very repetitive message, and I'll just come back and say that that 8th trine was the Uranus trine to Pluto, which we discussed a second ago. So additionally to all the trines, Sun is still quincunx to Saturn, inviting us to pull back our energies somewhat from the work, social, and civic life, perhaps so that we can focus on something like the structural integrity of our homes as we move into these colder months. Sort of turn that outward focus back toward ourselves and our own lives so that we can make sure that we will be prepared when the weather starts to change. And of course, 7 of the 11 planets that we regularly watch are retrograde at this time, causing some subtle and not so subtle disruptions to the regular flow of our daily lives. It can be some work to navigate these troubled waters. It will be worth the effort though, especially if we can slow down and give ourselves a little bit of grace. Coming up tomorrow, Neptune's perihelion puts a spotlight on our intuitive clarity and what that's telling us. Then Friday, Venus square Mars gives us a time to pause and ask, am I being cooperative or am I being competitive? And then the 3rd quarter moon in Gemini this Saturday will grace us with an opportunity to pause and reflect before shifting gears into full, active, getting rid of stuff mode. And that's it for today's astrology, friends. Thank you for tuning in. Please like my video, subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell. I post here every day and I wouldn't want you to miss a thing. For a longer, less formal version of this reading that includes further insight from Tarot, please check out my other channel, Astrology Today and Tarot with Melrose. The link is in the description. Friends, I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. My love and gratitude truly go out to each and every one of you, and I will see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today.